Hello and welcome to the Garden Potpourri series, where we will show you a collection of interesting gardening topics. So in our first episode of the Garden Potpourri series, we have a radish variety called Sparkler. We will show you an exotic fruit which is called jackfruit. And finally, we will look at an instant greenhouse by which you can convert almost any area into a mini greenhouse. So let's begin with the first section, which is growing a radish variety called Sparkler. Now this radish variety is an early maturing radish variety, and what we are doing is we are growing this in a very shallow container. As you can see here, this container is just about 4 inches deep. We added some peat moss, perlite, vermiculite, compost, as well as some sand in this potting mix. Now I'm also growing this vertically in a shelf, as you can see here. And you can see here in just a few days, the radish variety has matured. This radish variety matures in as early as 30 days. And although they are smaller in size compared to the other radish varieties, you can see here it's so easy to grow this radish variety in just a small container. So for those of you who are looking to grow a radish variety in limited spaces, this is a great radish variety to grow. It looks beautiful and it tastes amazing. It's a milder tasting radish compared to the other larger radish varieties. It's not as pungent, but this is a very easy radish variety to grow, especially for those who have less space to grow. Let's now move on to the second section of this video, which is growing an exotic fruit called jackfruit. Now the jackfruit is a very tropical fruit. As you can see here, this is the jackfruit tree. There are a lot of birds that are nesting high up in the tree. And this is a footage from my visit to India, where this jackfruit tree was growing. And it's very hard to grow a tropical fruit like jackfruit in places like Southern California, which is sort of subtropical weather, but not really tropical. Now let's look at the tree itself. At the bottom of the tree, you can see these jackfruits. These are the fruits, and they're massive. They're absolutely massive fruits that are hanging along the trunk on the lower parts of the tree. And a single jackfruit tree can produce a lot of jackfruits. And as you can see here, the fruit from the outside, it's spiny and very unique in appearance. Now let's cut open the jackfruit and show you how it looks like from the inside. As you can see here, the jackfruit, the large fruit, actually has small sections of fruits inside. While I'm cutting this jackfruit, I'm wearing protective gloves. That's because the jackfruit is extremely sticky. It sticks to your hands. And a good idea is to just use some oil, some coconut oil or vegetable oil on your hands, so that your hands don't stick to this fruit when you're peeling it or removing it from the larger fruit. Now this is a very fragrant fruit. The jackfruit is an extremely fragrant and very delicious tasting fruit. It's also full of fiber and it's very healthy as well. Now if you want to try out eating jackfruit, you can go to any Asian store or Middle Eastern stores. They may have fresh jackfruit available for sale and you can try it out. But all in all, this is a very unique fruit, very nice, fragrant and delicious tasting fruit that you should try. And finally, coming to the third section in this Garden Potpourri episode, we will look at the Anytime Greenhouse, an easy technique by which you can easily create a greenhouse around your plants. Now all you need for this greenhouse are some PVC pipes. As you can see here, we're using 3/4 inch PVC pipes and some connectors. And this is a bench that we had built. I've shown this in one of my previous episodes. And what we're trying to do is we're trying to build an enclosure around this bench where all these plants are kept. Now the PVC connectors connect very easily to each other. I'm using some corner PVC connectors as well as some T's. And you can see here the build or the frame of the PVC is very easy to build. And just a quick tip here. Try to make the center PVC pipe a little higher so that if you have rain or snow, it can just slide off. And then what we are doing is we are adding this plastic sheet over it. You can find this plastic sheet for a very low price in the paint department. These are sold as sheets to prevent paint from splashing around. And you can use this plastic to make the cover for the greenhouse. And this cover will protect the plants against extreme temperatures, snow, or even rain. Now, if you're in a very high windy area, you need to be careful and secure the PVC pipes firmly to the ground. But otherwise, if you don't have very high winds and you just have light rain or snow, this greenhouse is an ideal solution. Now, as you can see here, the plants are very well protected, and when the sun comes out, this greenhouse will heat up and create the tropical environment for your plants to grow and thrive. So there we have it, folks. That was our first episode on the Garden Potpourri series. If you like this series and you like this idea, do give us a thumbs up. And if you have any suggestions, drop them in the comments box below. We'll see you again soon. Happy gardening.